awake. I woke up at 6 a.m. Today I am going to be vulnerable and share my technique so far and how I am coping with my anxiety. Perhaps just giving myself enough space for these emotions to come up, things that I didn't have time to process growing up that perhaps traumatized me. My body's reacting in really strange ways. I know that what my body is doing is just releasing emotions that have not been released in a while. So, hydration is key. Mushrooms are so good. This the shit. Oh shit, I forgot to add banana. How could I ever forget the thing that makes this whole thing edible? Oh no. Why does this always happen to me? That shit's kind of blinding, bro. Recently, oh my gosh. This is not happening right now. My hair, man. My hair is crazy. I already am someone who thinks a lot about life. I ponder the ideas of life. As a kid, I would always just sit there and stare at my ceiling and just think about the many stars that are in our universe, and then get like pulled into some weird trance where I would be like, holy shit, we're so small. It kind of stopped in university simply because life just got busy and work and blah blah blah. And now I'm noticing that it's coming back a lot. I've been letting it come back. My existence is so interesting to me. Everyone's existence is very interesting to me because we all just came here. We don't know anything we're doing. We just kind of started living in a society that already was created by those before us that also didn't know what they were doing. So it makes me question a lot of social norms. I know I'm just as intelligent as the people who created it, and so are you. So it's like we all created the society that we live in. So I feel responsible for a lot of stuff that's not good in this world. And I'm not saying it's my fault. I'm just saying I feel the emotions behind certain events that happen in this world. And I think that's just because I'm, like we all are, like super connected to this world, especially nature. So I've just been letting these feelings come up in me. I am not apologetic anymore. Before, I'd be very apologetic about who I am and what I think because I would get judged or whatever. And now it's like, it's okay if I'm getting judged. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion, and not everyone's gonna understand what I'm saying. I'm not gonna understand what everyone else is saying, but at least we can be open-minded and hear each other out. That's my little spiel in the AM. I'm gonna go outside. Let's go outside. I have to tell you guys a story. Cutesy little Mellow here is a little bit traumatized because this is gonna sound so bad. I let him out on the deck the other day, and then I went to my hot shop class, and my dad didn't realize that Mellow was on the deck, so he just closed the door. And it was like sunny, it was during the day. Mellow has stayed out for longer periods of time, but I think the door closing was like a bit worrisome to him. He came upstairs after because he wanted to feed Mellow and he couldn't find Mellow, and then he heard meowing. So the meowing was coming from the deck, so I think Mellow is now scared to come outside and he thinks that he's gonna get abandoned. This is like a 9 out of 10. Anyways. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me doing laundry. Or do you? I I do feel better. Even though I only had 4 hours of sleep, I feel really good bathing in the morning sunlight. And I also am finding that I have all of the time to do the things that I need to do that I don't get to doing later on. But I also really do like my sleep. But also I'm not able to sleep early because how the fuck is someone supposed to sleep at 9 p.m.? Like, what? I don't know. It's like the day, like that's not the normal schedule for me. I usually sleep at like 10 or 11 because that's just my schedule. Like for example, yesterday I finished my shift at like 8 and then I did yoga till like 9:10. And then I came home, it was like 9:30 already. I slept a shower. So it's like not realistic for me to like go to sleep at 9. I'm thinking I'll do a variation. So like some days, perhaps a Tuesday, Thursdays, which are my postings. Shout out to my 675 subscribers. Those days I'll like wake up earlier just to get usually last minute editing things done. Capitalist environment doesn't suit me. Waking up at 5 a.m. every single morning, which I did for years, it just broke me down eventually. Like it wasn't really helping me. A lot of places of employment and universities, they keep preaching that sleep is important, yet they don't actually like mean it. On real hours that I was working, you wouldn't be able to sleep enough anyways, and that's a fact. And that's just one workplace. There's a lot of workplaces like that. That's my second spiel of the morning. Look at me being a single mom. A single mom with no kids. My mom loves plants, and she's like, could you please make sure that you keep them alive? And I was like, let's see. When I'm not here, my dad and my brother completely forget about plants, and then it ends up being my fault, even though I wasn't here. This thing's heavy. I'm actually nervous right now for my breathing class. And I'm gonna cry. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I need it. The intention that I'm setting for myself in this breathing class is gonna be to find like the internal peace, because I've been very agitated recently and I've been putting a lot of focus on external things, but it's like, what's the point of anything external if my internals aren't right? Well, with all this anxiety coming up, I feel like there's a lot to process and I can't understand where it's coming from or what's happening. That's why I'm doing breathing, because sometimes the body knows best. Let's talk about this. I've been doing breathing classes for a while. Each time it gets more and more deeper because each time I breathe, I feel different emotions come up. We don't have to live without knowing the tools to get better or feel better. We don't have to suppress things all the time. I was constantly always suppressing my emotions, and I'm sure I still do. I am being so vocal about it because I really want to be the best version of myself. I want to reach my higher self, and I'm sure you all do too. So yeah, I'm just sharing that I do breathing classes and there's no shame in it. In fact, I learned today that shame is the lowest frequency that exists on this planet, and I for sure have lived in shame. Now I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and edit my video that I have to post for today.